My name is Patricia Williams, but everyone calls me Pat. I am 63 years old, and I have lived most of my life in a quiet neighborhood outside Columbus, Ohio. If you saw me walking down the street, you would probably think I was just another older woman carrying groceries or watering plants, and for many years that is exactly how my family saw me too. Just ordinary, just there, just expected. I wasn't always invisible. Once I was the center of my own small world. I met my husband, George Williams, when I was 22. He was calm, dependable, and deeply respectful. He worked as a city bus supervisor, and I worked as a receptionist at a dental office. We weren't rich, but we were content. George never raised his voice. He believed in steady effort and quiet love. When he asked me to marry him, he said, "I don't need a perfect life. I just need a loyal partner." I said yes without hesitation. Our marriage was happy in ways that don't show on social media. No luxury trips, no dramatic gestures, just consistency. We ate dinner together every night. We talked, we laughed, we faced problems as a team. When our daughter Melissa was born, our love expanded in a way I didn't know was possible. Melissa became my purpose. I shaped my days around her needs. I cooked, cleaned, attended school meetings, helped with homework, and stayed up late whenever she was sick or worried. George worked long hours, and I managed everything else without complaint. I believed this was what love looked like, and it was, for a long time. As Melissa grew older, I noticed subtle changes. Not disrespect at first, just impatience. She grew used to things being done for her. Dinner appearing on the table, laundry folded, appointments remembered, emotional support always available. She rarely said thank you, but I told myself children don't always notice sacrifices. George used to remind me, "You're doing too much." I would smile and say, "That's what mothers do." But slowly, being needed turned into being expected. When Melissa left for college, I felt proud but empty. I filled the space by focusing more on George and the house. Our marriage remained strong. He appreciated me. He noticed my efforts. He still thanked me for small things. That mattered more than he knew. But life doesn't stay balanced forever. George retired earlier than planned due to health issues. I became his caregiver without question. I managed medications, doctor visits, and lifestyle changes. I didn't see it as a burden. I saw it as loyalty. Melissa had started her career in another state. She called often at first, then less. She was busy, ambitious, building a life. I encouraged her. I never asked for much. I didn't want to be a weight on her future. When George passed away quietly one winter morning, my world shifted. The house felt too large. The silence felt heavy. Melissa came for the funeral. She cried. She hugged me. She promised to visit more often. She meant it. But intention doesn't always become action. After George was gone, Melissa started taking charge. She told me what I should do, where I should live, how I should manage my money. She wasn't cruel, but she was dismissive. She spoke over me. She made decisions without asking. "Mom, you don't need that. Mom, that's outdated. Mom, you can't handle this alone." I listened quietly, but inside something hardened. One afternoon, she came to visit and rearranged my kitchen without asking. She said she was helping. I watched her move my life like furniture. That night, I cried silently. Not because I missed George, though I did every day, but because I felt erased. I had given everything to my family, and now my presence was tolerated, not respected. That was the moment I stopped explaining myself. I didn't argue. I didn't protest. I didn't demand appreciation. I simply began reclaiming my independence quietly. I reviewed my finances. I joined a senior community group. I started volunteering at the local library. I rebuilt a life that didn't revolve around being needed. Melissa noticed the change. "You're busy now," she said once, surprised. "Yes," I replied, "I am." She didn't like it at first. It disrupted her image of me as fragile and dependent, but she couldn't stop it. Months later, she visited and saw me laughing with friends, planning trips, managing my life confidently. For the first time, she asked instead of instructed, "How are you really doing, Mom?" "I'm learning who I am again," I answered. That conversation changed everything. She admitted she hadn't realized how much I had carried alone, how much I had given without asking for recognition. She said, "I thought love was automatic. I didn't know it needed respect to survive." I didn't scold her. I didn't blame her. I simply said, "Love grows where it's seen." Time did the rest. Our relationship softened. She listened. She waited. She learned. And one day she said something I will never forget. "Mom, I didn't know strength could be quiet. I smiled, because that was my life. Quiet strength, unseen effort, enduring love. My family once took my love for granted, but life has a way of teaching respect. Gently, firmly, and in time. And I am finally seen.